Okay, so I'm going to show the CV4 hold. The purpose of the hold is basically to normalize the primary respiratory mechanism. So first, I did this on my thesis project on this topic, and I always checked neck motion first, just range of motion, and then I would check with vault hold cranial motion, which is hard to feel.
No, no, don't worry. This is where we get picked up on the mic. With respect to the primary respiratory mechanism, that's the claim. Do you think it actually does that?
I don't think it does that. And it's very hard to feel. So like this, you're basically trying to feel the motions of the CSF. And
which are stuck inside.
Which is like 150 mils in your, which is stuck in your head. Yeah. So, and it moves down your spinal cord as well.
Not much fluid.
Yes, it's not a lot of fluid.
Sweet.
All right. So I'm going to start with my neck assessment first. I'm going to move this pillow. You relax your head. So just neck assessment, I feel more restriction on the right side. And then the vault hold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest his head on the table. And you kind of have like Spock fingers. So your fingers are here by his ears, temples, and behind the head. And now I'm going to try to feel the CSF or the rhythm of the CSF.
And that's the claim, but maybe not the reality.
Exactly, yeah.
What kind of things do you feel when you feel stuff?
So when you're doing the vault hold, the claim is that you might feel a preference for flexion and extension, or a flexion for a rotation where it feels like the occiput is moving off of the sphenoids.
Yeah, so it's basically either it likes to go this way, your hands want to go this way, your hands want to go this way, or your hands want to do stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. And then there's non-physiologic motions as well, which would be like basically like this or like this. So this is very exaggerated.
Yeah.
So when doing the vault hold on my thesis, I almost felt like I felt nothing on anybody.
Yeah.
Not even your own pulse?
No.
Yeah, because sometimes what you're feeling is your position, or what you could be feeling is your position and what your hands want to do just because of you and the person's head.
Exactly.
Feeling anything on my head?
Nothing.
Sweet.
Okay. So then for the CV4 hold, you basically find your mastoids, and then you find the occiput.
So it's like mastoids and move medial.
Move medially, yeah. And then you do basically a volleyball bump. So your hands are like Sam showing. Mm-hmm. And you have your patient rest their head on your thenars. And for some people, I actually found that I'd have to use fingertips if they were really young. And you basically hold. And you try to encourage extension while you're doing this hold and almost resist flexion. And during my thesis project, I did feel, sometimes it felt like a arterial pulse after a while of holding. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I didn't feel anything.
Now, are there small things you sense in your hands sometimes and you just kind of follow them?
Yes. Yeah. So if I feel restriction on the right, where I also felt a neck restriction, so in that case, I have a little bit more pressure, I would say, on the right side with my thenar versus the left.
And fundamentally, you're still finding something that you palpate as more restricted than the other thing, and you try to aim for that.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the same process, just at the base of the skull.
Yeah. So usually I would hold this for, in some people, 5 minutes, and some people about 7 minutes.
Are you holding for 5 minutes today?
No, I actually already feel a pulsation in my hand on Sam. So again, like I don't know if it's what it is.
Yeah, you don't know if it's your pulse or if it's my pulse.
Exactly. It's hard to. It's really hard to gauge during this treatment.
That's okay. So if you already feel what you think you should feel for something that should be over, Is that the appropriate time to reassess?
Yeah, that's usually when I would reassess. I'd hold it for a little bit longer and see if that pulsation continued, and then release and retest.
And your retest is what?
My retest was,
hold?
again, the Spock hold. So I'm going to relax Sam's head, relax my hands, and my arms are on the table. And I'm going to do this again, which I felt nothing during the first assessment. So I can feel his pulse in my fingers.
Sweet.
Whether it's the CSF, I have no idea.
Probably not.
Probably just your pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, it is also claimed that it moves around based on arterial pulsations.
Well, yeah, like people who actually study it essentially say that one of the ways that you move CSF is the pulsation inside the cranium.
Yes.
Because it's a closed box.
So I'm just going to recheck neck motion because I'm curious.
Hmm?
You suck.
Me?
No, I'm kidding. So no change with neck motion either.
Okay.
That's it.